What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Got a fall/winter project going on now. It's a AliExpress Himalo Boost frame. It's 27 5.5 17-inch. It also comes 29 and also 19 inches. It was 462 shipped and it took 4 days. I ordered Monday night. I got it Friday. Um, Bought the frame because it used more standard parts like a lot of newer bikes does, like the shock and seat posts, a lot of other stuff. I'm gonna go through it in a minute. It was also cheap. The whole build be under 2,000, and you can probably build it for a lot cheaper depending on what you want to use. That's pretty much it. So I want to turn the camera around and do a little walkthrough. All right, as you can see, I have it mostly mocked up. I do have a lot of parts to assemble this bike already. The only thing I am missing is the seat post clamp and the dropper seat post. The seat post clamp is 35 millimeter. The seat post itself is 30.9. I didn't order a dropper yet due to the fact there's an angle right here and I wasn't too sure how much space I have. Ideally, I like to run a 170, but the seat tube length is at 432. With that, I could probably run a 160 or 150, which is still fine for me. Anything more than 150, well, I can't really do 125 too much. Overall, the frame came looking decent. There is some minor marks, like corrosion almost. Here, a couple of little spots, which isn't too bad. I'm pretty sure they didn't use some cheap paint. I mean, at 462, what do you really expect? The rear shock takes a standard 210 by 55, which gives it 150 millimeter travel. You can run a shorter 52.5 or 50 millimeter. You drop about 5 millimeter travel each size you drop. But a lot of bikes use this size shock. Specialized, Santa Cruz, YT, Yeti, a lot of companies use this size shock. That's why I like it. And plus, I can run these higher end shocks to handle my weight, because most of the budget shocks, unfortunately for me, doesn't work too well because they max out around 200 psi, and I'm much heavier than that. The bottom bracket is a 73 millimeter threaded, and also has ISG tabs. Max tire size was posted as 27.5 by 2.5. I am test fitting 27.5 by 2.6. As you can see, there's a fair amount of clearance here. Shouldn't be no problems at all with mud or anything at all. Boost through axle 148, and the rear brakes is actually a post mount 180. So the smallest rotor you can run in the rear is 180 millimeter. And these bearings for the suspension, it's nice that it has the markings on the cap, the torque spec, the size. They're actually sealed bearings inside, which is also nice. Most of the budget bikes don't have sealed bearings like these. What else? The headset is a 4455. It comes with a headset too, which is nice. I don't really like it because too much. It shows too much, and I don't like this angle how it's just kind of high. So I might swap out the top one just for cosmetic stuff. The frame also takes a 160 millimeter fork. Currently, this is a 140. I'm going to bump it up later, which is pretty easy to do. What else? Oh yeah, the frame is pretty much internal. This is where the shifter cable goes into. It comes out right here, goes back in here, comes on the other side. This is for the dropper. The dropper is internal also. That's where the brace goes in over there. So yeah, for the most part, I didn't want that much travel, but I have enough stuff to make it work. I think it's a good option. So it depends how pedals, even then at that travel, it's more all mountain, I guess you can say, or enduro. The head tube angle is supposed to be 66 degrees. The seat tube angle is supposed to be 73. Chain stay is about 430. I measured to be about 432. Reach is supposed to be at 427, which is a little short, but I'm gonna run a 50 millimeter stem. There's some other information posted. I could share the link with AliExpress for the frame, or Amazon if you guys want one or want it. But yeah, I mean, overall, like, for the most part, I use a lot of standard stuff. You can build this bike to be a decent bike. Like X Fusion shock in the rear would be nice too. You can find those about 100, 120. X Fusion fork about $300. I had these laying around. That's why I'm running it. I was gonna sell it and buy it, but I figure just use what I have, be easier. And that's it. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions. I think it's gonna be overall a good project for the price. It's probably gonna stand up to most of my other bikes. I do have 3 bikes that I built up that I need to do a bike check on that I haven't done any videos on. I posted it on Instagram, but didn't really post any other information really. But yeah, thanks for watching. Till next time.